Good. Well, I was going to say good morning, but I don't know if you're watching this in the morning. I'm just filming this in the morning. So I'll change that. Hello, Mrs. Allen's class. It's me, Miss Danielson, the art teacher. And I'm here because you've challenged me to learn about something new. So here's something that's not new. Let's do our repeat after me. But if you want to say it with me, you can. Maybe it's in your memory already. Are you ready? Okay. It starts off with, there we go. I'm struggling today. I am an artist. I am a creator of ideas and a solver of problems. Sometimes the problems are on my paper. Sometimes they're with my neighbor, or my brother, or my sister, or my cousin, or my neighbor. Sometimes they're inside of myself. But I know I can solve problems because mistakes are opportunities to learn and grow. And I am proud to be an artist. And I'm proud of you. Every time you come and you watch our art video, and then you try a new drawing or a new creation or just new learning, I'm so proud of you. All right. So what did you inspire me to learn about today? This is your theme for the week. So I bet you already know. Raccoons! Oh, what a fun theme. Now, I haven't talked to her because I haven't seen her for a while, but I've heard that Mrs. Elder has a lot of stories about raccoons. Well, I want to know what those stories are. I don't have a ton of stories, but I do have exciting video footage. This is from my own house. A lot of people, you don't have those security cameras, and then the security cameras will, you're just sitting there hanging out, and then when there's motion or movement, then they turn on, and then the light turns on, and so they catch whatever's happening. Now, it's supposed to help with crime, but my favorite part about my video cameras is when it catches nature. Sometimes it catches the neighborhood cats. That's not that exciting. But sometimes I've caught footage of beautiful birds, beautiful birds that will come and land right up with it. One time, I caught some birds stealing from my plants. It has this like, kind of straw stuff to help with the watering of the plants. And the bird kept coming in and grabbing some and then flying away and then coming back, grabbing more. I think it was building a nest. It was kind of fun. So I actually pulled it out and like made it easier for the bird. But this exciting footage, this is one of my favorites. And this one goes back almost a year. So it's almost a year, but I've kept it because I love it. So let's see if it's exciting for you as it is for me. I don't know if it will be. It's still worth it. Oh, there it is. You guys, look at them. Let me pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a whole raccoon family. Oh my goodness. Aren't they cute? So you probably know more about raccoons than I do, but this is a big hedge, which is another way of saying like bushes that separate one space from another. So it's pretty thick. It's like, no, I can't even do it. It's like, you can't see it. It's about 4 feet wide. And so I'm sure they've got a little house in there. I've not gone into there. Isn't there a movie about that? Over the Hedge, something like that. Oh no, I got to look that up too. But this little family of raccoons lives in there. Now, I told you this video has been a year old, and so now it's not 4 anymore, it's 2. I'm sure that the children have like moved on and now they're living on their own. They probably moved down the hedge a little bit. But I think it's super fun. They don't harm anything at my house. I mean, if I leave my garbage can open, then it's my own fault if they decide to go in there looking for food. But I just loved it when I caught them cruising over there. Here, we'll watch it again now that you know what they're doing. So they're coming from the hedge right here, and they're just waddle, 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 coming along. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Oh, they're so cute. And there they go. Ooh, somebody stopped. What do you think they found? Like a worm or something? And then the video stops because then I can't really see him as well anymore. But that's my exciting video footage. It was exciting to me. Thank you for listening to me. Okay, I was trying to Google like raccoons in art. There's not a lot of like artwork where people are including raccoons. Now this one, uh, it looks familiar to me. Does it look familiar to you? Oh my goodness. The artist took the Mona Lisa, which is one of the most famous paintings in the world, and put a raccoon in there. It even added long hair. Ah, it's hilarious. They did a pretty good job though, didn't they? Even the way they like crossed its paws, like how she has her hands crossed. And they tilted her head the exact same way. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if that raccoon is a girl or a boy. I don't know. And then they included the background. Very funny. I wonder if they actually did this on the computer or if they really made this an actual painting. I don't know. I'd have to read up about it, I suppose. They might have done it on the computer. Because my eyes right now are going back and forth and back and forth. And like even down in here in the background, it is exactly the same. Even just the fact that there's the light spot on the shoulder and the light spot on the shoulder, that's pretty cool. All right, okay, so then I continued. I'm like, come on, I got to see some raccoons in art. How do they relate? And I saw a bunch of these. What? Raccoon artists? I was looking for paintings and drawings of raccoons. I had no idea that they were such talented artists. Did you know that? Mrs. Elder probably did. Look at that. I wonder if they chose their own colors. Oh, that one is so proud of his work. Look at the sweet smile on their face. So happy. There's more. There's more, you guys. Their little paw prints. Wait, tell me this. How many toes do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see 5 on the little paw right here. Some of the paw prints only look like there's like 3 paws and a thumb. Do raccoons have thumbs? Oh man, I need to be in your class this week to learn. Oh, that's a pretty good paw print. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look how the raccoon smeared the paint around up here. So proud of their work. They did such a good job. Those are so silly. All right, let's become raccoon artists ourselves. Not that we have to become raccoons, but we will become artists who draw raccoons. So I have these steps. I decided I'm going to use a whiteboard and my marker just because I've never done this drawing before. I'm doing it for the first time with you. And so I like to practice on my whiteboard first. I think I've told you that before. If I choose to do a second version on paper, I can do that. The whiteboard lets me practice, and then I move to paper, and it feels a little bit more final. Now, if you want to work on paper right now, you absolutely can. You know that you can pause this video anytime you need to. If I'm going too fast, if I'm boring, if you need to jump up and go grab something, push pause on the video, and then push play when you're ready again. Okay, so I see some steps. Now, this is the finished raccoon. And here's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. 8 steps to this raccoon, plus color if you want to. That was a little bit tricky for my eyes, so I ended up taking the steps and showing them one at a time. I think this is easier for me. I hope it's easier for you. Okay, so first challenge is to draw a half circle. If you want to use something to help you draw this, you sure can. If you want to find, and we've done this in the past, where we grab a round object and then we trace the round object so that we get the curve that we want, you can do that. If you're not worried about perfection, that's okay too. Now, what I think is important though, is do you see these little lines? You don't have to draw them, but they are telling us a couple of things. They're telling us that the head for the raccoon goes in the top half, like the upper part of your paper or whiteboard. Nothing in the bottom yet. They got to save that space for the body. And then they're also showing that the head, the half circle, is pushed off to one side, not in the middle. So here's the middle. Do you see how much the half circle is? Wait, which way am I going? That way. It's more pushed that way than it is that way. So we don't have to be perfect again. Here I go. I'm going to grab my whiteboard and I'm thinking over here. In the top half, I start with my straight line. And then I will put my curve. Now, sometimes I actually practice in the air first. I was lucky and I hit both lines. If I didn't, I would have just erased the line. I wouldn't have erased the curve. The curve is way harder. So half circle. Go ahead and I will click this for the next step. Okay, next step, again, remember to pause if you need to, is drawing the body. What shape is that body? It's not really a circle. It's not really an oval. I don't know. I mean, it's rounded for sure. I'm going to guess more like an oval, but it doesn't have the top. So it starts at the bottom of the half circle. It's going to curve down. Oh, you can't really see that. Sorry about that. Curve down and then come back up. Okay. But look at how the half circle kind of sticks out on each side, because we know that raccoons have those chubby cheeks. The cheeks stick out. They're wider than the body, actually. Okay. Can you see that? Yep. So I'm going to start here, circle down. I'm not going to touch the bottom of my paper because I know I got to leave some room for feet. I'm going from here, curve it down, bring it around. Is it perfect? No, but it is good enough. Well, it looks right now like we're drawing a mushroom, doesn't it? Okay, draw your body if you didn't already, and I'm going to move forward. Well, I'm glad we left room for feet. We needed those. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 paws or feet or legs, whatever you want to call them. There are 2 on the left and 2 on the right, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. So they look approximately the same as each other. They're just kind of curves and curves, not perfect circles. We haven't added any pokey claws on there. It doesn't look like they do that in the final picture. You might be thinking about adding those. Up here, they have it like the paws are coming out from underneath its chin. You could do it as you see it in the picture, or you could bring them off to the side. Your choice. I will follow the steps today, which I'm realizing I'm going to have to do some erasing. I'm going to have to do some erasing. Do you think so too? Let's see what's next. Yep. Next step is ears and erasing. So it's easier with a whiteboard. If you are using a pencil and paper, hopefully you have an eraser also. If you don't worry about it. Maybe your coloring will cover that. So I never get super worried if I can't erase. Okay, so my erasing is done. And now I'm going to add those ears. Raccoons' ears are actually kind of big for their bodies. But how we're going to do it, I'm going to kind of repeat the shape I did for the feet. Now I'm going to add a simple extra line. It's going to start at the top and curve down. Start at the top and curve down. And that lets us see kind of that inside. Should I show you my cat and her ears? Wake her up and get her mad, make her mad. I will. Sorry, Frida. We need a model. Okay. So when you look at it, sometimes on animals' ears, you can, oh, look, she's so pretty. You can kind of see that outside of her eye or your ear and the inside of her ear at the same time. So that's what that line's all about. She says, hello, everybody. All right. She's going back to her soft spot. Thank you, Frida. I need Frida to start drawing and painting too, like these raccoons. Okay. Now, this is a little confusing. The first time I saw it, I was like, Raccoons are famous for their markings on their face that make them look like they're wearing masks, not these boring little circle eyes. But this is just the first step. So the nose is half on the top, half on the bottom. And then the eyes, we'll just start by placing the two circles evenly apart. And I know the mask part is coming next. All right, you're doing great. I bet you're keeping up with me. Oh, there it is. There's the mask. Okay, the mask. It almost looks like two fingers, doesn't it? How they're coming up into the face from below. So think about the shape of a finger, a little bit thicker than that. And you're going to start at the bottom with the flat part. And then you're just going to come up and travel around the eye circle, but don't touch it. Comes up and around the eye circle and doesn't touch it. There we go. It's kind of like a donut. All right, let's see if I can't get closer here and show you on this next one. So I start at the bottom. I know where I'm going. I'm going to go up, around, don't touch it, and come back down. Up, around, don't touch it, and come back down. Hey, I talk to myself a lot when I'm drawing in real life, even when I'm not filming these videos for you. So don't think that's weird if you find yourself doing it too. Well, I just realized that my raccoon is very chubby. Oh, this is a cool extra detail. So let's look at the finished picture again. What they've just added now is like a letter M. Looks like the McDonald's arches, doesn't it? And that is the line that's going to help us. Let's look at this little raccoon. So that we have the eyes, the black kind of mask markings around the eyes, and then they usually do have like some white coloring also around that space. So their face is kind of more white, but they also have black and brown. So what are we going to do? We're going to travel with the lines, but not touch them. Okay, so next to, I'm just following it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm coming around McDonald's arches, and then I come back down. Well, I got really close, didn't I? It was kind of hard drawing that upside down. I'm going to fix that part. And you just saw me erase with my finger. Naughty teacher. I'm not supposed to use my finger on my whiteboard. There we go. I actually fixed it and then I made something else worse. Oh, you know what else they did? They did erase the line inside the nose. You could do that, or watch this solution. I'm not going to erase this time. Voila! You never see that line underneath it because I just colored over the top of it. Okay, what's next, everybody? Oh, yes! Those cute little tails. Actually, they're not little tails. They're pretty big, aren't they? And then they have those wonderful markings with the stripes. Now it's making sense why when we first started this raccoon, we pushed it off to the side and left all this extra space. Because we were going to put the tail over there. Okay, I see a point at the tip of the tail, but it's not really a triangle because the lines that surround it are curves. So don't worry about the stripes yet. We'll get there. Let's draw the shape first. So I'm going to put a dot up here. You know what that dot's for? It's an artist trick. That dot is so I know where I'm going. If I start way down here, I might be going all over the place and forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing. That's the point. So my dot is helping me remember the point up here, and that's what I'm going to try to hit. So, in fact, I'm going to go from the top first, which is interesting. Where is it going to go? It's actually touching the face. That's weird because we know a tail doesn't grow out of the face. It's a trick of the eye. It's coming behind the face and then attaching way back here to this part of the body that we can't even see. So it is okay if it seems weird to begin with. In the end, the tail will all make sense. It will be where it's supposed to be. All right, there's one. Now the other one is I'm going to touch the point and curve it down and hit the body. There we go. That was a big one. So how did I start? Draw my dot, go from the dot back to the head or to the arm or to the body, and then start the dot again, curve it way down, close to the foot, if not touching the foot. I just realized in the picture they touched the foot. We know what's happening. It's going back to where a tail comes from, but let's not talk about that. Okay, now the stripes. You're going to start at the top and just simply draw a curved line. It's not like a circle, but it's not like a straight line. It's just curve, and then skip a space. Maybe that space is as big as your finger. Maybe it's 2 fingers. And then draw it again. And again. What are we making? Is this a pattern? It feels like a pattern. And when we color it, it'll be an A-B pattern. Don't they call those A-B patterns in math? I see brown, black, brown, black, brown, black. That's an A-B pattern. Oh, there's some other cool details. How they added like grass back there. So maybe you're adding grass. I could have drawn the bushes that my raccoons live in. Any detail that you want to help tell your story. And then if you want to add color, you can. I gotta tell you, I'm adding claws to mine. Not to be scary, but I just think almost like they're getting their fingernails painted. That's so silly. Now, am I going to color my whiteboard picture? Probably not. Just because I don't like coloring with whiteboard very much. It always feels like it gets like, I don't know, I feel like I wipe more of it off than I actually color on. But I might stop and take a picture of this before I erase it. So if you're working on a Chromebook, you could take a photo by holding it up to the camera and finding the camera app. And you'd have it forever. Or if you want to transfer this design onto paper, it's a lot easier to color on paper. All right, that is my raccoon drawing with you. Thanks for letting me do this with you. I love when you guys have themes because it forces me to learn something that I usually know nothing about, like how to draw a raccoon. If this was not your like idea of like, or maybe you're like, that was so fun, I want more. I found some others. We almost did this. R for raccoon. So how would you do it? You would draw or cut a letter R. Oh, that's not very good. There we go. And then make it a block letter R. That means you have to double it. And then find a spot for its mouth. Find a spot for its nose. And then the mask again. I see circle, circle. And then remember how we covered with the McDonald's arches, but we didn't touch it? Oh, this is not very good, but it's fun. And then the tail and the stripes are for raccoon. I found that a couple of times. This one they did a combination. They used their scissors and glue, and they also drew partially. Maybe that's not drawing. Is that glue with glitter? Oh my gosh. If you're doing this at home or in Mrs. Allen's classroom, pretend you didn't hear the word glitter. Your grown-ups are going to get real mad at me if I say something about glitter. And I keep saying it. Quit saying it. All right. Have fun drawing your raccoon. What are we going to name it? Rocky? There's a famous song called Rocky Raccoon. There's also a pizza place called Rocky Raccoon. Well, I know all about raccoons. What was I thinking? Have fun, guys. I sure do miss you. Take care. Be safe. Keep growing and learning, okay?